Good morning and welcome. Every time I come into a degree ceremony, I get goosebumps all over, and today is no exception. It's so lovely to see you all, and I'd like to offer a very, very warm welcome on behalf of my colleagues and myself. By the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the presentation of graduates. Distinguished guests, graduates, family and friends, it's my privilege and my pleasure to welcome you to the 7th of the Open University's degree ceremonies being held in 2023. And I'm also delighted to welcome some special guests to the ceremony and key supporters of the university who found some time in their very busy diaries to be with us today. And a very special welcome to our honorary graduate, Dr. Stephen Baxter. We're delighted to be able to honour you today. Each year, the Open University awards a range of qualifications that you've all worked so hard for, from certificates of higher education to doctorates. And it's been 50 years since the Open University held its very first ceremony in 1973. And today you will join thousands of graduates who've been presented for their qualifications at our ceremonies. For my colleagues, and certainly for me, these are the highlights of our year because we're celebrating your success. These ceremonies are held throughout England, as well as in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland. And you're graduating from the largest university in Europe with an extraordinary scale, scope and reach. And the success is down to what you, our graduates, achieve, and not just the qualification you're presented for today, but the difference that I know that you're going to go on and make with that qualification. Now, it goes without saying that today is a very important occasion in the life of you, our graduates, and I would advise you to milk it for as long as possible. Get plenty out of your family and friends for this celebration. It's a very important day for them as well, and for the university and for my colleagues who I hope you will feel have nurtured and supported you. I say this quite often, you could be forgiven for thinking that the occasion is so important that it needs to be very solemn. And you'd be quite wrong, because in every sense this is a day of celebration. So I want to hear as much noise as you can possibly make for every one of our graduates as they cross the stage today. Whatever way you choose to express your enthusiasm and support is fair game within reason. But please, I want to hear whoops, whistles, cheers for everybody, because everybody here deserves it. So with that in mind, and by way of practice, and there is going to be a bit of standing up and down in this ceremony, by way of practice, could I ask all of today's graduates who are able to do so to please stand? Don't look frightened. I'm only going to ask family, friends and Open University colleagues to start today's ceremony by giving all of you a huge round of applause. You may sit down again, just for now. There is one more way that you can show your appreciation for your graduate who's here today. If you post messages or photos on social media, use the hashtag #OUFamily to share your congratulations and celebrations with the wider OU community, because you today are joining, you've already been part of the family and now you're confirmed members of our family. Today's ceremony will begin with the presentation of those graduates who've gained higher degrees and first degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Laws. They'll be presented by my colleague Mr. Billy Coker, Head of Student Support in Academic Services. We will then see the awarding of the honorary degree of Doctor of the University to Dr. Stephen Baxter. Dr. Mark Jones, who is a Senior Lecturer and Staff Tutor in Physical Sciences in the Faculty of Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics, or STEM for short, will present Stephen, who will sign the Honorary Graduates Book and make a reply. Then we'll continue with our presentation of graduates with those who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees and diplomas of higher education. I will then conclude the ceremony with a final address to the graduates. I now call upon Mr. Billy Coker to present the graduates.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and have been able to attend here today. I present to you for the degree of Master of Arts in Classical Studies, Janine Boylan. Roy Knowles. For the degree of Master of Arts in Creative Writing, I present Samantha Martin. For the degree of Master of Arts in Crime and Justice, I present Selina Rogers. For the degree of Master of Arts in English, I present Paul Banks. For the degree of Master of Arts in Translation, I present Catherine Deneen. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, I present David McCracken. Mark Robbins. Tanuj Teva. Tom Wilkins. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Leadership Practice, and a Bachelor of Arts, I present Jonathan Keane. For the degree of Master of Education, I present Lisa Bates. Harriet Craney. Philippa Johnson. Fergal Logue. Adam Young. For the degree of Master of Laws, I present Sean Hopwood. Deborah Wood. For the degree of Master of Science in Advanced Networking, I present Lee Pedder. For the degree of Master of Science in Forensic Psychological Studies, I present Jess Carney-Shaw. Christine Morrison. For the degree of Master of Science in Human Resource Management, I present Helen Honeyford. Anna Kulchik. Laura May Nardella. For the degree of Master of Science in Medicinal Chemistry, I present Becky Dunbar. For the degree of Master of Science Open, I present Victoria Westercott. For the degree of Master of Arts in Art History, I present David Gelder. Martha Savage. For the degree of Master of Science in Space Science and Technology, I present Neil Dodd. For the degree of Master of Science in Systems Thinking in Practice, I present Daniel Harley. Pro Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Laws degrees and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. I present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Atika Al-Fajani. Christopher Aston. Charlotte Austin. Lydia Ball. Sabia Begum. Ruth Bolivar. Katie Boyes Barker. Angela Bugg. Adina Campbell. Samantha Cannell. Keith Conchi. Jack Dalton. Demi de Nobrega. Kasia Demko. Sarah J. Druitt. Katie Fairclough. Christopher Farrelly. Amy Flint. Gary Foster. Carrie Fraser. Laura Furrer. William Gardner. Claire Griffiths. Nancy Griffiths. Hannah Harrison. Rebecca Hayes. Janine Hayes. Francesca Hughes. Lauren Jones. Jonathan Kashiri. Wesley Kavanagh. Frankie Knight. Matthew Knight. Sally Lavelle. Lucia Lombardo. Tracy Lowry. Andrea Maguire. Leah McLeod Marsh. Petra Menhart. Christopher Osborne. Kieran Price. Sally Ann Rawson. Natalie Robinson. Katarzyna Rupieska. Ashley Stevenson. Hannah Taiwo. Sinan Teskan. Jessica Thomas. Lee Trafford. Bear Tiafkasi. Zoe Williams. Natasha Winter. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, I present Francis Carter. Christopher Cormack. Samuel Holgate. Daniel Knowles. Andy Lesurf. Ronald Lura. Edward Newsom. Craig Richardson. And for the degree of Bachelor of Laws, I present Victoria Boyer.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, graduates, guests. Dr. Stephen Baxter is the outstanding science fiction author of his generation, whose many works across genres have won him both critical acclaim and a devoted following. Born in Liverpool, Stephen read mathematics at Cambridge University and later qualified as a chartered engineer through a doctorate in engineering from the University of Southampton, and an MBA from Henley Management College, now Henley Business School. He taught mathematics and physics and then worked in information technology while beginning his career as an author. Stephen's first short story was published in 1986, and his first novel, Raft, followed in 1991. This was the first instalment of what has become known as the Zeeley sequence, an extraordinarily ambitious work outlining intergalactic conflict across billions of years, set out in dozens of novels, novellas, and short stories. International success came in the mid-1990s with the publication of The Time Ships, an authorised sequel to The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, and timed to coincide with that novel's centenary. It won multiple awards in Britain and overseas, including the prestigious Philip K. Dick Award. Stephen has frequently used alternative histories to explore wider issues. For example, his novel Voyage, published in 1996, speculates on how space travel might have developed had John F. Kennedy not been assassinated. The novel describes a young female geologist battling through NASA's male pilot hierarchy of the 1970s and 80s and succeeding to become the first human to walk on Mars. This is just one illustration of how his work resonates with topical issues and contemporary concerns. Stephen is well known for his collaborations with other leading authors. He worked with Arthur C. Clarke, a long-standing champion of his work, on the trilogy A Time Odyssey, based on Clarke's earlier Space Odyssey series. More recently, he co-wrote the Medusa Chronicles with Alistair Reynolds as a sequel to Clarke's A Meeting with Medusa. He also co-authored the Long Earth series with Terry Pratchett, based on the idea of a series of parallel worlds connected by a single step. Stephen's writing is shaped by a unique combination of knowledge and understanding and curiosity and imagination. He possesses a dizzying bibliography of works across fiction and non-fiction, encompassing everything from biographies to Doctor Who novels. A Fellow of the British Interplanetary Society, he has worked on various studies, such as the design for a base at the North Pole of Mars. And, in a connection with the Open University, he reassured the late Professor Colin Pillinger that the name Beagle 2 would be an appropriate name for the pioneering Mars mission that flew in 2003. Stephen is also a Vice President of the H.G. Wells Society and a former President of the British Science Fiction Association. His most recent work is The Thousand Earths, characteristically ambitious in scale and form. Stephen possesses an exceptional ability to communicate complex ideas from geology to cosmology in engaging and thought-provoking ways. His works have captivated generations of science fiction readers and have no doubt been responsible for sparking the imaginations of scientific researchers. We are delighted to celebrate his extraordinary contribution to science fiction writing. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, by the authority of the Senate, I present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Stephen Baxter.
Well, good morning, if it still is. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for this great honour. But you know what I wasn't expecting was this vast wave of enthusiasm. I can't remember a gathering quite so full of enthusiasm and positivity for a good while. So that's made me feel a bit younger. And I think it was enthusiasm that got me into science fiction in the first place. I discovered it, I believe, in the school library, in my school in Liverpool, aged 12 or 13 or so. And I'm just going to read you a short passage from The City and the Stars by Arthur C. Clarke. So one of those early books that I read and which knocked me out. Like a glowing jewel, the city lay upon the breast of the desert. Since the city was built, the oceans of earth had passed away. The desert had encompassed all the globe. The city did not care. The children of its makers had walked the same miraculously unchanging streets, while more than 1,000 million years had worn away. Well, given my terrible rendition probably, wow, what can you say? That just blew me away. And I think even then, I understood that this isn't fantasy, you know, it's a projection into the future. You've got a hint of geology in there, you've got a hint of climate change. This is a future that isn't just made up, it's connected to the present, a possible future at least. And it just blew me away. And that nudged me towards STEM subjects for a start, maths and engineering and science, but also into science fiction as well. So I just devoured the contents of that library, began to start writing. I started writing my own stories, and with the encouragement of a teacher at school, submitting them, trying to sell them. Didn't sell them for years, but you know, you've got to start somewhere. You try, and in the end you get through. But what I really wanted to do through all this was thinking back to Clarke, to create my own Clarke visions, to inspire a new generation of people with the same kind of enthusiasm that I had for Clarke, who would buy my books, frankly, and it worked. I worked in science and engineering for a while, but gave it up eventually, and I made my living as a full-time writer. And I have had plenty of feedback over the years from people who've said that, you know, they like my books, they're inspired by my books, they've gone into science or engineering partly because of my books, which is terrific. And I guess that's what this award is a recognition of today. So thank you very much, and congratulations to all of you.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, continuing the presentation of graduates, I shall now present those who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees and diplomas of higher education and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. I present for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Donna Barlow. Stephanie Bostock. Charlie Bragg. David Berwin. Nicola Casey. Laura Chaplin. Natalie Cook. Gary Dale. Florin Danila. Laura Davis. Margaret Dawes. Sarah Jane Dodd. Stephanie Elliott. Louis Feather. Richie Feliciano. Holly Firth. Ryan Gadimi. Edward Gorman. Anita Holmes. Heather Jackson. Fiona Jones. Savannah Khalouf. Nicholas Lucas. Elliot Massingham. Francis Mayhew. Jamie McCloy. Ian Miller. Tamara O'Shane. Alex Oughton. Zuzana Oviskova. Fiona Pearson. Russell Pearson. Kirsty Ratchford. Natasha Scott. Kelzo Sidoli. David Spence. Jonathan Staniforth. Jackie Taylor. Kimberly Trotter. Jonathan Whitmore. Kaylee Wilkinson. Simon Winston. Reese Young. For the degree of Bachelor of Science and for a Bachelor of Arts, respectively, I present husband and wife, John and Gillian Jolly. For the degree of Master of Science in Psychology, I present Martha Savage. For a foundation degree, I present Pauline Forrester. And for the Diploma of Higher Education, I present Kaylee Asherton. Lucy Maven. Leanne McGahey. Leah McNamara. Rosemary Morris. Danielle Radcliffe. Kerry Stewart.
I'm just going to find my extremely long speech. Only kidding. I'm feeling really proud to be here. I've said that before and I'll say it again. I couldn't be more proud of what you, our graduates, have achieved. And as I was walking round to join the procession, I saw a whole row of buggies and prams, and I haven't seen that many together since Euro Disney. And it says for me what a lot of you guys have been managing while you've been doing studying. So I just wanted a quick show of hands. How many of you have been trying to look after children while you've been studying? Quite a lot. Well done. And how many of you have been in full-time employment while you've been studying? Just honestly remarkable And you've achieved so much, often against the odds. You've been managing your work, you've been managing your family and all the other commitments. You've been overcoming challenges which often intervene. A few of you said, I asked you all if you enjoyed it, and you had no option but to say yes, because I was asking you. But quite a few of you also said it was very hard work, but also it was transformational, and they loved doing it. And I think those are just so important. There may have been sacrifices that you've had to make, family day trips that you've had to say, I can't go on because I've got to revise for my exams. The husband and wife couple didn't fall out, so there's no reason why any of the rest of you should have done, but who knows? So you are an amazing body of graduates, and you've believed in yourselves, and we've believed in you. All of your associate lecturers and advisors, the academics who write the courses, the designers and the technologies who bring them to life, and all the professional services staff that make the OU what it is, in my view, and I hope in yours, second to none. And now you've shown what that belief can achieve. And I think it will have been especially tough through the pandemic years, and I think that's why employers tell us that what they like about OU graduates is that you're determined and driven. You've juggled study and deadline. You're really good at multitasking. You've juggled all of that with many other demands. But it's not just been tough for you, because there are a lot of people here who might say they've had it even tougher, and that's the people that you live with. And so I would ask all graduates who are able to stand to do so, and to turn round and, remembering the noise they made for you, give your families and friends a round of applause. Thank you. I was a bit worried there that I was going to be held responsible for people falling off the balcony, so please be careful. When the Open University started back in 1969, our pioneer students and staff really were taking a step into the unknown. They were putting their faith in a university that was using new methods of teaching and would be open to everyone. And many thought that the OU would fail, but instead it's now one of the most successful universities in the world, with over 2 million people who've studied with us. That's not just a university, it is a social movement. And it's you, our students and graduates, who make the OU what it is. But we also owe a huge debt of gratitude to the vision of the university's founders. And foremost among them was Jenny Lee, to whom Prime Minister Harold Wilson gave the job of setting up the university. A woman whose own journey from a Scottish mining community to Minister of State shaped in no small measure what the OU is today. Jenny believed that the OU had to be a university for everyone, whatever their background, and it would do that whilst maintaining the highest academic standards. You, our graduates, have achieved those high standards of scholarship and professional practice that she was determined that we'd maintain, while opening up that opportunity to more people than ever before. And she was determined too that we would be a respected research university, making discoveries, inventing new products, enabling us to understand each other better and to live together peacefully and without endangering our planet. Curiosity is what drives us, and I'm so glad that you chose to join that most human of adventures, to learn and live, as it says in the university crest just up here. Completion of your qualification means you join a community of Open University alumni around the world. You can continue to keep up with news and access careers advice, or some of you are already decided that you're coming back for study, and some of you have already embarked on it. You can still do that. You're still and always will be a member of our OU family. And as you leave today, I hope you'll become an ambassador for the Open University and all we stand for. Our values of social and environmental justice, our commitments to inclusion and diversity, and above all, our mission to be open to people, places, methods, and ideas. So share your experience with others. Let them know what it's meant to you and what it could mean to them. We're hugely proud of you and thankful to everyone who supported you through your journey. So I'm going to ask all of today's graduates to stand, and let's get one last massive round of applause for all these wonderful people. Okay, I was going to ask you to sit, but I'm only going to ask you to stand up again in a minute, so you can stay standing if you like. So, the proceedings of this degree ceremony have been completed, and I now declare this meeting of congregation closed. Would everybody who's able to do so please stand?